I'm sorry. Okay, most on Christ, Lord ahead. It's fresh back from Houston. Of course, it was absolutely glorious in Houston, celebrating the Lord's Passover with the Adwadium, you know what I'm saying, with the Akim, Adwakim. It was a beautiful thing, absolutely glorious. You know what I'm saying? It gets no better than that. You know what I'm saying? Now, that was a little pinch of what the kingdom is going to be like. Lord willing, we make it. You understand? Absolutely beautiful, man. All the brothers was looking glorious in their warlike apparel. All the sisters were looking glorious. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely beautiful. UBK got the most beautiful sisters on the face of the planet.
That's right.
You understand? All sisters was looking absolutely stunning. You understand? It was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood was in full effect. The sisterhood was in full effect. You know what I'm saying? This was a beautiful thing. You understand? Absolutely beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It was an absolute honor to be there amongst brothers and sisters. Big up to I.S.U.P.K Houston, Captain Yatazak, and all of the brothers, you know what I'm saying, under him, being gracious hosts, you know what I'm saying, and representing the Lord in such a righteous and well way. Brothers in Houston are a great example, you know what I'm saying, a great example of what it means to be righteous, you know what I'm saying, to be absolutely in the spirit of brotherhood. They are a wonderful example of that. You know what I'm saying, an absolute wonderful example of that. You know what I'm saying, now that the Passover has passed, now we're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So brothers and sisters, no, you can't eat nothing with any leaven in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, no wheat bread, Wonder Bread, all of that stuff you eating, your cheeseburgers with the big buns and all of that. No artisan buns, all of that. You can't have none of that going on. This is a feast of unleavened bread, you know what I'm saying, to remember us coming out of the goddamn captivity that we were in under them stinking, filthy Egyptians. You understand? Those nasty sodomite Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? The Lord brought us out of that captivity. You understand? So this is, we want to celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? So we want to eat a piece of unleavened bread every single day this week. You know what I'm saying? To remember our ancestors going through the hell that they went through. When I say our ancestors, to all 12 tribes of Israel, all the Issacharites, all the Judites and Benjamites and Reubenites and Manassites and all of us, you know what I'm saying, all 12 tribes of Israel that was stuck in that wilderness, you know what I'm saying, from escaping from the filthy, disgusting, stinking Egyptians. You know what I'm saying, we ate that unleavened bread and we're going to do the same thing, remembering them. You understand? Them stinking fake Jews, the Caucasians out there that claim they're Jews, They're eating unleavened bread right now. You know what I'm saying? They eating unleavened bread, talking about they came out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? That those were their people. When you know goddamn well that was never their people. It can't be their people, won't be their people at all. Right. You know what I'm saying? That was the so-called blacks and so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. That's our people that went through that in this black history book called the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's us that went through that. You understand? So keep that in your mind and remember that that white man is trying his best to say that he was the one and she was the one that went through this thing. You know what I'm saying? That's because they have a history of being oppressors and devils and liars and thieves and violent and disgusting and filthy. And they have a history of that. You understand? They've always been that way from the beginning. They've been that way. You understand? They hate blacks. They hate Latinos. They hate Native Americans. You can see from their history records and their receipts that they've hated us and always will hate us. Even the nicest white person at your job hates your guts. You understand? They hate everything about you. They hate the way you smell. They hate the way you look. They love how you entertain them, though. They love your jokes. And you can dribble the ball and be a Harlem Globetrotter and spin it off your finger and roll it around your neck and do all of that and hit a three-pointer. They love that. It's entertaining. And they make money off our entertainment. They love Jamie Foxx and all of that, how you can make them laugh and be funny. You know what I'm saying? And act like a half a homo. They love that. You understand? But they don't love you being the chosen people of God. They don't love that. They don't love the fact that you got the blessing. They don't love that. You understand? They don't love that. And they'll do anything in their power to keep that information away from you and keep you stomped down under their feet for the rest of our lives if they can, as long as you just entertain them and be dull and stupid and ignorant to the truth of who you really are. You understand? That's the definition of a true oppressor. You understand? That's oppression. Oppression is not sending a child to their room or giving them a slight spanking because they did something wrong. That's not an oppressor. An oppressor keeps you deaf, dumb, and blind to the facts and to the truth of who you are, what you can be, what you have, what you got. That's an oppressor, man. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody who can put their knee on your neck and kill you and do all types of things and shoot you down when you got no gun on you. You know what I'm saying? That can hire you or fire you at will. This is an oppressor. One who give you a card with a little bit of money on it so you can get some cold food. You can't even get a hot meal with your EBT card. Can't even get a hot sandwich. You can't even get a roast beef with a hot roast beef with Swiss cheese. You understand? You can't even get that on an EBT card because that's an oppressor that does that. You know what I'm saying? That is a true oppressor. You can't get an apartment, especially in New York City. Either you got to live with somebody, hit the lotto, or be on some type of welfare or something to even have your own place. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. The car you got is garbage. You understand what I'm saying? You got to change the oil every other week because it's leaking oil. You can't afford it. You understand? Things are going on. Why? Because we're under the foot of this oppressor, and this beast has always been the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? He's always been the oppressor. Nothing changed. That's the true history of who he is, and that history is in this Bible. You understand what I'm saying? We can pull out history books. You can pull out your global studies book or your social studies book and see how they murdered the Native American Indians, how they enslaved blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians as well. You know what I'm saying? How everywhere they went, they even torture their own people. They're the number one serial killers on the face of the earth. They're the number one mall shooters and mass murderers on the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? He's always been an oppressor, always been violent, always. It's inside of them. The same way lions will always hunt gazelles. That's how this oppressor is. He's always been that way. Nothing different. It won't never change. It will never stop. You can march and preach and try to teach and sing songs and sing the national anthem, and you can do it. You can hang with him and use his drugs and go to Woodstock and do all of that garbage. Guess what? They'll never change. They'll never stop. They're always going to be who they are and what they are. You understand? And guess what? That's true history. That's American history. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's American history. You understand? The Bible outweighs your textbooks that you get in high school or in college or whatever form or curriculum you're studying. This Bible outweighs all of that. You know why? Because it's 2,000 and something years old and describes and speaks about who the beast of this earth is. You understand? Let's go to Genesis real quick. Genesis chapter 25. And get a little history on this oppressor. You understand? Get a little bit of history. We might, if we have time, we're gonna go into the history of who this oppressor is, and go into the future of who this oppressor will be. You understand? We gotta do that because that's what the Bible gives us. You know what I'm saying? It gives us the past, the present, and the future. You understand? And what history book is better than that? You understand? What history book is better than that? And this Bible was written and translated by black folks. Right. You understand? This is a true black history. This is not February. It's not Black History Month. This is a Black History life. You understand? Right here in this book. You understand? Let's go to Genesis 25 and let's start at verse 19, Bible Shah.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac.
Now, hold on a second. Let me just get with you real quick, Salaki. All right, hit me one more time.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac.
Go ahead.
Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. Verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife.
Now, we're going to give a brief history. Everybody knows our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right now, we're speaking about Isaac. You understand? Who is the father of Esau and the father of Jacob. You understand? Now, who is Esau? Some like to say he's the Arab. You understand? Because Arabs have red beards, which sounds stupid and idiotic. You understand? According to the description, physical description, and the spiritual description of who Esau is, we know that this is the Caucasian man that roams this earth. Right. You understand? We know this for a fact. It's not even up for debate. It sounds stupid if you think otherwise. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife.
Now, this is Isaac. He was 40 years old when he married Rebekah. Now, we know that marriage is sex according to the Bible. Right. So he was 40 years old when he lay with Rebekah and made her his wife. You understand? Go ahead.
The daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan, Aram, the sister to Laban, the Syrian.
You understand? We all know the story of Laban. That's when Jacob eventually, going forward a little bit, Jacob left because Esau was trying to kill him. He went to his uncle Laban's house, and that's where he met his two wives. You understand? Let's keep going.
Verse 21.
So he met 2 out of his 4 wives there. Sloppy, go ahead.
Verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife.
Now, it says Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife. Let's look at the definition of entreated real quick. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? You understand? We're going to go over these scriptures. We want to make sure that we know the context of what's going on. We want to know the definition of these words that we may not use on a daily basis. You understand? So what does that mean? You understand? What exactly does that mean?
Entreat. To try very hard to persuade someone to do something.
Right. So entreated means he tried to persuade him in an extreme way, an aggressive way. You know what I'm saying? Try to persuade him. You know what I'm saying? The same way a brother would try to persuade a woman that that he wants to be with. You understand what I'm saying? So let's read that part again in the Bible. Verse 21.
Book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
No, so he persuaded the Lord for his wife. You understand? He wanted it, obviously. And he persuaded the Lord. The same way that we throw up them prayers and persuade the Lord to kill every heathen on the face of this earth enslave them, put them underneath our feet, make us rise again. We try our best to entreat the Lord, you know what I'm saying, with our prayers that we throw up. Try to persuade him to bring more coronavirus, to bring more plagues, and more famine, and more death and destruction to this Christian church, to the gay, lesbian, queer, what LBGT, whatever that garbage is, all of that, you know what I'm saying, to this government, to this society, to this military, to this police force. We throw up the prayers to entreat the Lord, to persuade the Lord, in a sense, to destroy this place. The same way we want this place destroyed is the same way Isaac was trying to persuade the Lord to give him this beautiful wife, this woman that he really wanted. You understand? Let's keep going.
Because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him.
Now, she was barren, meaning she couldn't have no children. Now, this brother wanted her to be his wife, you know what I'm saying, and have these kids, you know what I'm saying, have his child. And every brother out there will know, if they met a woman before, you know you met a woman and you want her to have your kids. There's some you do not.
Right.
You know she's a Loch Ness monster. You understand? You know she is. You don't want her to have your kids. But that good, sweet, tender thing, you want her to have your children. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And this is what Isaac was asking the Lord for. Now go ahead.
And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
And guess what? The Lord answered his prayers. You know what I'm saying? And she became pregnant. Let's keep going.
Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her.
Say it again.
And the children struggled together within her.
Now, she got pregnant, obviously with twins, and the twins was in there fighting each other.
Right.
They're in there fighting and scrapping, struggling with each other. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we're going to get a little more into these twins, but just remember that they was in the same womb fighting each other. They just couldn't get along. You understand what I'm saying? So they in there struggling. Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Now, like, what's going on with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it like this? They in there struggling with each other. You ever feel a woman's stomach and you feel it, and you can feel the baby kicking and moving or something like that? Can you imagine two babies in there rumbling and tussling? You know what I'm saying? The belly must be moving crazy. The pain must be crazy. Go ahead.
And if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Now she went and she asked the Lord. You know, so why is it like this? Go ahead.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations.
Two what?
Two nations.
Two nations. You know, we got to look it up. You know what I'm saying? We got to look it up. You know what I'm saying? They call America a nation. China's a nation. Russia's a nation. Germany's a nation. Australia's a nation. You understand? What is that? What's nation?
Nation. A large group of people of the same race who share the same language, traditions, and history.
Right. So that means a nation is a large group of people who share the same race. Now, these are two different nations in her stomach, which means there's one race of people in her stomach and another race of people in her stomach. You understand? That's what that means. That's what the definition of nation means. You understand what I'm saying? Nationality, where this word comes from. So that means there's two races of people in this woman's stomach. This is what it says in the Bible. You understand? This is what it says in the Bible. Anybody seen the movie The Birth of a Nation? Well, this is the birth of a nation. Two nations. Right here. This is what it says in the Bible. Read that part again, please, in the scriptures.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations.
Two different races of people. Go ahead.
Are in thy womb.
Now, there's two different races of people in her womb. And these two races are struggling against each other, fighting each other, tussling and wrestling, you know what I'm saying, against each other. Go ahead.
And two manner of people.
And to what?
And two manner of people.
Now, let's look up the word manner. Why not? Right? You know, some people say, you got good manners. You have no manners. You need to learn manners. You wasn't raised with manners. Certain things, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what the word manner means, right? We all know that manner could be some type of land or something like that, but this is manner, manner. What does that mean?
Manner,
Mm-hmm.
the way in which something is done.
Uh-huh.
The usual way in which you behave toward other people.
Read that part again.
The usual way in which you behave toward other people.
The usual way in which you behave towards other people. So there's two different races in our stomach that are fighting each other. Why? Because one treats the other this way. You understand? So they're struggling and they're fighting. This because the manner means how they treat other people, right? How they treat other people. We're gonna go a little more about these damn twins in the stomach. There's two different nations or two different races with two different styles on how they treat people. Let's go.
And two manner of people shall be separated.
Shall be what?
Shall be separated.
So they're gonna be separated. They're struggling right now. They in the belly fighting. Two different races that have two different mannerisms, two different ways on how they treat people. They're going to be separated one day. Go ahead.
From thy bowels.
Uh-huh.
And the other people
uh-huh.
shall be stronger than the other people.
Now, one's going to be stronger than the other. Right? Let's keep rolling.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder, which means the twin that comes out first, whether it's a minute apart or a day apart. But the oldest one, go ahead.
Shall serve.
Shall do what?
Shall serve.
One day, the older one will serve the younger one. Don't forget, these are two races of people with two different mannerisms. Keep going.
Verse 24.
Uh-huh.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
Now, when her 9 months was up and it was time to give birth, go ahead.
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
There were twins in there. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And the first came out red.
Now hold on. The first, which means if this is the first one to come out, that means this one is the
elder, sir.
Elder. Absolutely correct. That means this one's the elder. This is the oldest one. And it came out red. Not like this, not like this. Not this kind of red. You know what I'm saying? Like it came out a red baby, like an alien. But it came out a different color than the usual color. You understand? And what's that usual color? It's like a speckled bird. You know what I'm saying? The different color, different shades of this brown thing that we hold. You know what I'm saying? Different shades of this. We got dark skin, light skin, mocha, caramel, butter pecan, a whole bunch of complexions come along with us, but not red. You understand? Red means very, very, very light. Black people have sometimes called light-skinned black folks red. Like, what's up, red? You know what I'm saying? Because they're light in complexion. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Verse 25. And the first came out red.
First came out red. Go ahead.
All over.
All where?
All over.
Now, there's only one race of people that we really call a race of people. I ain't talking about black people calling light-skinned people red. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about that. But we do call light-skinned brothers red. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't in the UPK. But in the world, you might call them red or shorty's a red bone or whatever the case may be. But who's really the red people? Who gets upset and their face turns red? You understand? Who do we call rednecks? You know what I'm saying? Who can you smack across the face and their face turns red? Who gets angry and turns red? You understand? Who's that? You understand? There's only one nation of people that have a certain mannerism that are actually red. We call them rednecks.
Right.
You understand? Let's keep going.
And the first came out red all over, like in hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
They called him Esau. You understand? Which means what? Wasted away. Am I correct? You know what I'm saying? Wasted away. You understand? He was better off being a stillborn baby or something. He was wasted away.
Right.
Because it was a red baby. You understand? Which was unusual and strange to us. Wasted away. Let's keep going.
Verse 26. And after that.
And after what?
And after that.
Now, afterwards, which means the second one must be coming, right? Let's not forget the elder will serve the younger. Let's keep going.
Came his brother out. And his hand took hold on Esau's hip. And his name was called Jacob.
It was called what?
Jacob.
You understand? The next one that came out, that was Jacob. The regular baby.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The normal child. They called him Jacob. They didn't give his physical description here. They didn't say he was black and hairy or black with no hair or nothing like that. The first one was red and hairy. This one was called Jacob, the normal baby. No need to give a description. You understand? Let's keep going.
His name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
That was 80. He was at 60.
Oh,
he was 60 years old when these kids was born. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Last one on this.
Verse 27. And the boys grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter.
He became a cunning hunter, this Esau. You understand what I'm saying? He became a cunning hunter. You understand? Just like the red man of today or the redneck of today.
Right.
A very cunning hunter. They know how to put clothes on that can blend in with trees and moss and swamp gear. They know how to set bear traps, use bow and arrows to shoot deer 150 yards away. They know how they love to hunt and cut moose's heads off and put them up in their goddamn living rooms. You understand? They know how to hunt niggas. They know how to hunt people down and trap them and make them slaves. They know how to hunt people down and kill their sources of food. You understand? And put them on reservations. They know how to be bounty hunters. They know how to be detectives and cops and police and all of that because they're cunning hunters. You understand? They're cunning at what they do. But they're cunning hunters, and hunters kill.
Right.
That's what hunters do. They kill and murder. Let's keep going.
A man of the field.
A man of what?
A man of the field.
Just like we just said, that cut moose's heads off and give bearskin rugs and all of that. They like that. They wrestle alligators. They do all of that stuff. They're cunning hunters of the field. They like to be outside in the woods. We call the woods the wilderness. You understand? They call it home. They out there in the woods playing around with all types of different animals, trying to kill them and conquer them and all of that because they're disgusting, filthy, violent animals. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
And Jacob was a plain man.
He was what?
A plain man.
He like to, what's a plain man? Who like to just sit back and play spades and have a drink? Right. Play dominoes, play chess, shoot some dice, listen to some music, do the electric slide or something. You know what I'm saying? Eat some food on the grill. Just chill and relax. Who's a race of people that came with the word? Yo, come on, let's just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who came up with that? You understand? Jacob was a plain man. He didn't like to do much. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't like to do a whole lot of different things. You understand? These are, now, as we go into we talked about their complexions. One was red and hairy. One had no description. You understand what I'm saying? No, I'm 12. You know what I'm saying? He had no description. Now, We're talking about their mannerisms. You understand? One was a cunning hunter. Had to be outside in the field hunting all the goddamn time. And one was a plain man. You understand? He was a plain man. Like to chill in the shade. You understand? And do what blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans do. You understand? Not out seeking to kill every damn day. You understand? Let's keep going.
And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? He was a plain man, like to dwell in the tents, man. Let to stay in the crib, relax and chill. You know what I'm saying? We indoors. You know what I'm saying? Some black folks don't even like eating outside because the goddamn bugs flying around and bees and flies and all of that, gnats, all of that, make it uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? We like to be on the inside somewhere. Go to a pool hall, go to a roller skate rink, go shoot some basketball or something, go bowling, you know what I'm saying, or something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? Not being outside all the goddamn time trying to hunt and kill and lay in the cut and put deer piss on you and all this other garbage to go and slaughter a baby deer so you can eat it and put his head on your goddamn son's wall. You understand? We don't do things like that. This is just a brief description of who this bastard is. You know what I'm saying? A brief history lesson on who this bastard is. They like to tell you at school that humans came from monkeys, that we just evolved. We were monkeys, and then somehow we evolved into these humans. Well, how come in my lifetime I ain't seen a monkey turn into a human yet?
Right.
I ain't seen a goddamn chimpanzee turn into a 6'7" basketball player yet. I ain't seen it yet. I turn into some Caucasian man yet. I ain't seen it yet. What happened? You mean the monkeys now, they don't have the same genes as the monkeys before? They can't turn into men anymore? Of course they can, because it's garbage and a lie. You know what I'm saying? The Bible holds history on who these races came from, where they all started from. Right now we're just focused on this oppressor and where he came from. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Let's drop that real quick. Let's go to chapter, same book. Let's go to chapter 27. Chapter 27, verse 41. Salaki.
Oh God, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau.
And who?
And Esau.
Esau, who was the red and hairy one, the one that was a cunning hunter, like to be outside killing every goddamn thing. You understand? The red, hairy, the redneck that was hairy all over the goddamn place. You understand? Him, who was a cunning hunter, like to go out there and kill and murder and slaughter. Esau, go ahead.
And Esau hated Jacob.
Say it again.
And Esau hated Jacob.
Yeah, he hated Jacob. He hated the regular baby. You understand? He hated the regular one, which means it was irregular to be red and hairy.
Oh God.
You understand? That wasn't right. That was wasted away. What's his name? You understand what I'm saying? Look at a caveman, one of them people from that insurance commercial. You know what I'm saying? One of them cavemen, all hairy and all disgusting looking. That wasn't normal. You understand? And that nasty, irregular thing, that unusual thing, hated Jacob. The one who was outside hunting and murdering and killing, and was a cunning hunter and knows how to set traps and track people down and be bounty hunters, and they're good detectives and they're good private investigators, and they're good at all of that garbage. They love doing that. But they hated the plain man. Let's mind his goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of that business. They likes to play spades and relax and chill. He was a man that was plain and used to love to stay in the tent. You know what I'm saying? That was a regular dude. That red hairy thing hated him. We're reading it now. You understand? How he hated him. Go ahead. Read it again.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
He hated Jacob. Esau, who is the progenitor of the white race,
Right.
hated Jacob, who is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Jacob's name was changed to Israel, which you get the Israelites from, who are black, Hispanic, and Native American. He hated them. This red, hairy, fuzzy, disgusting, hunter, murderer, violent man hated that plain man who was a black, Hispanic, Native American. He hated him. He absolutely hated his goddamn guts.
Right.
You understand? And when you hate somebody, you're willing to murder them. You're willing to steal from them. You're willing to oppress them because you hate them so damn much. You understand? You're willing to oppress them and keep your foot on their neck at all times because you hate them. But why? Why did Esau hate Jacob so damn much? Let's keep reading.
Because of the blessing.
Because of what?
Because of the blessing.
Because of the blessing. Go ahead.
Wherewith his father blessed him.
Now, he ate him because he was blessed. He ate it because he got the blessing. Some people might say, well, Jacob stole that. Jacob didn't steal it. Jacob followed orders.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He listened to what his mother said because his mother got a message from the Most High God through an angel. You understand? Jacob did what the Lord wanted him to do.
Right.
You understand? But he was mad, and Esau sold it. Isaac would have gave it to him. But Esau gave him the blessing because it was filthy and disgusting, and he was out in the wilderness and hungry and all of that, and Jacob had some food, and hey, Jacob made him a proposition through the Spirit of the Most High and God.
Right.
You understand? Through the Spirit of the Most High God made a proposition that Esau just couldn't refuse, and now Esau is mad. So he's mad at the blessing that he received. Man. Keep going. Typical white man too.
Right.
Typical white man. You know they broke all of them treaties with the Native Americans.
Right.
They broke all the treaties. They can't keep their word for nothing. They can't make a deal and keep their word for nothing.
Right.
And Esau couldn't keep his word for nothing. Now he hate him.
Damn right.
You understand? Now he hate Jacob because Jacob got the blessing when he gave it to him.
Right.
Keep going.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Now Isaac is, you know what I'm saying? Now he's saying the days of my father are at hand. Like it's almost time for my father to leave this earth for now. You understand? It's almost time for my father to leave the earth for now. Go ahead.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Now you're gonna kill him. He gonna kill Jacob now because he made a deal with Jacob.
Right.
Just like that white man did with the Native American Indians. Made a deal with them and then killed them.
Right.
You understand? And then killed them. That's why the scripture says you can never trust your enemy.
Yeah, right.
You can never trust your enemy. How he made a deal with them and then killed them. This is the true spirit of this white man.
Right.
This is the true history of this white man. You think that his nasty ways just started? No, it didn't just start. He's been this way for thousands of years.
Right.
For thousands of years, he's been like this. Making treaties, making deals, making contracts and promises and swears and all of this, and he still is willing to kill you because of what he said he would do.
Right.
You understand? That's the true spirit of this disgusting beast, man. True spirit of him. He's willing to slay Jacob. Willing to slay him because he made a deal with him. And he was not willing to end up or hold up his end of the deal now.
Right.
He couldn't accept his position now, so now you're going to kill him.
Right. Right.
You understand? Now you're going to kill him. That's just like the true spirit of the white man. The white man's always been the oppressor. Always been the murderer. Always been a killer. Always been untrustworthy.
Right.
Always. Let's go to Ezekiel real quick. 35:5.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Now, who does that sound like? You know what I'm saying? They've always had a perpetual hatred.
Right.
This is just like Esau hating Jacob.
Right.
He's always had a perpetual hatred. Always. He always had this ongoing hatred, not because we did nothing to him, not because Jacob lied to him or stole from him or robbed him or slept with his wife. Not nothing like that. Just because he made a deal with Jacob and he just don't want to keep the end of his deal because Jacob got blessed out that deal. You understand? That's like me having a winning lotto ticket. And I said, listen, I just played the lotto. I'm going to give you this ticket if you give me a ride down the street because it's raining. And you give me a ride down the street, I'll give you the ticket. Now, come to find out that ticket was the Powerball ticket and you done won you $199 million. Now I'm going to come kill your ass because I gave you the ticket. That's the spirit of the white man. You understand? Right. He gave up his winning lotto ticket. Yeah, right. The Lord wanted him to. Now you're mad and you got hatred for somebody now? But that goes on to this very day. Yeah, right. To this very day. You think that dude David Chafin or whatever that devil's name is that killed George Floyd, you think they have no hatred for him? They had hatred for him. And not just that, you think Tamir Rice, that cop didn't have no hatred? Whoever killed Mike Brown, you think they didn't have no hatred? You think the dude that killed Trayvon Martin had no hatred? And there's so many other brothers and sisters that we don't even know their names because they don't make the news. You think there was no hatred involved with that? There was hatred involved with that. The brother in California that got shot down in his grandma's backyard because he's on his goddamn cell phone. Right. That has some hatred in you to do that. You understand? You got to be a coward, a liar, a cheat, a thief, and a cunning hunter to do that to somebody, man. You understand? Let's keep reading more on that.
Oh, God, sir. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Perpetual means ongoing. You understand? An ongoing, continual hatred. You understand? Let's keep going.
And hast shed the blood.
And done what?
And hast shed the blood.
You see all the cop killers. They've done what?
Shed the blood.
You see all of the enslavement of blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. You see the slaughter of the Native Americans. You see all of the shootings at the churches, at these Christian churches, the bombings at these Christian churches, the shootings in the mall, the shootings at daycares. You see all of this stuff that's going on. You see it. This person's a murderer and loves to shed innocent blood. You understand? Loves to shed innocent blood. Go ahead.
Has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And you see what they've done to us. You see the Ku Klux Klan and the Aryan Nation and skinheads and Nazis and all of these white organizations that are against us.
Right.
You understand? I just watched something on Netflix. I forgot the brother's name, but they killed the brother, dragged him out of his house in front of his children and his wife, beat him, cut his rod off and everything, and hung him and then threw him in some river somewhere, man, for no reason. For no reason. They threw brothers in jail back in the day, and a lynch mob will come and get him. Right. Brother, he didn't do nothing. What about Emmett Till? Yeah, right. Come to find out that he didn't even whistle at that stinking, disgusting poodle. Right. He didn't even whistle at him. For some reason, these people really think black men love white women. We do not. Yeah, right, sir. That's it. Especially in the UPK, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. You are a nasty dog. And in the world, to black men, you ain't nothing but a freak with an ATM card and a credit card or something, some credit or something. You disgusting, filthy freak. You understand? They killed Emmett Till, shed innocent blood. Let's keep reading.
Because thou hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the
force of the sword, violently. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
In the time of their calamity.
Now, calamity. Now, we got to look it up. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a calamity. You understand? In the time of their calamity. What the hell does that mean? You understand? What does that mean? The time of their calamity. Well, what exactly is that? Let's look that up. The time of their calamity. You understand?
A serious accident or bad event causing damage or suffering.
Now, in the middle of our of us being damaged and suffering, because you know that's what was happening with blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. You suffering in the ghettos, suffering in the barrios, suffering on the reservations. All right, people dying, parents overdosing, brothers and sisters growing up with no family and all of that, trying their best to make it. You understand what I'm saying? And during those times with us, you still killed us.
Right.
I mean, damn. That's how you know we're dealing with two manners of people. You know, in the black neighborhood, when I say black neighborhood, I'm talking about all 12 tribes of Israel. If you beat up an old person, you a sucker.
Right.
If you beat up a dude in a wheelchair, you a sucker.
Right.
If you beat up a midget, he really got to be calling for it. You know what I'm saying? If anybody that is not a challenge to you, that's weaker than you, and you go ahead and you whoop on them and all of that, you consider a sucker to us.
Right.
You understand? You know why? Because we treat people differently. You understand what I'm saying? We treat people differently. Now, this other race of people with different mannerisms, they take advantage of the weak. We don't take advantage of the weak. You understand? When I say weak, I'm talking about some of the examples that I just mentioned. We don't do that. You understand? We don't take advantage of that. We don't do things like that because we're a different manner of people. But this one manner of people who I'm speaking about now, they do things like that.
Right.
Because they're natural oppressors.
Right.
Natural oppressors. That's it. Natural. You can't change them. That is who they are.
Right.
As a people, it's in the Bible.
Yeah, right.
That's it. I know Pastor Benedict or whoever his name is ain't telling you this. You understand? I know that. I know your Sister Shirley, Pastor Shirley, she's not telling you that.
Right.
She's not going to tell you that because she's trying to get out of church. She got a period up in the pulpit. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to teach the goddamn Bible. You understand? We can drop that. Now, real quick, let's go. Hold on. Let me see. I want to see where I want to go. Let me see where I want to go real quick. All right, let's go back to Genesis real quick. Genesis 36 and 8 real quick. This is going to be a quick one right here. Just so we get a little context on it. 36 and 8. We just want to read 36 and 8.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
Now, here we go. Now it says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Mount Seir is the caves, there's some mountains where they dwelled at. Right? Now let's keep going.
Esau is Edom.
Now, Esau is Edom. So when you see Edom in the Bible, that's talking about Esau, who is the redneck, nasty, disgusting person that we're reading about in this Bible. You understand? So when you see that word Edom, it's referring to Esau, who is the father of the white race. Now, let's go to the book of Obadiah. We'll start at verse 2 for time's sake. All right, we're going to start at verse 2 just for time's sake. We're going to work our way down real quick, and then we're going to end the class.
This is the book of Obadiah. So verse 2, right?
Yeah, we'll start at verse 2.
Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Now, what does that mean? I'm saying the Lord took this Esau character.
Right.
When I say character, I'm not talking about I say character as far as their characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau is a real person. You know what I'm saying? And so is his race and lineage. But he's small compared to the rest of these heathens, to stinking Africans, to disgusting Moabites or the Asians, to nasty, stinking Ammonites who are the Japanese, to the Ishmaelites, you know, the Middle Eastern Arab cats, you know what I'm saying? And to the Indians, the red dot Indians, you know, so to all of them, they're filthy and disgusting. This white man is small compared to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Small compared to them. And this is what the scripture means. Behold, I made you small amongst the heathens. You know what I'm saying? This filthy bastard is small compared to the rest of these disgusting heathens that float around the earth for now.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Thou art greatly despised.
Everybody hates them. You understand? The Japanese hate them. The Chinese hate them. Africans hate them. Red dot Indians hate them. Arabs and all of that. I think I mentioned Arabs. All of them they hate this race of people. Right? How do we know which one a race of people? We'll keep going. Let's keep going.
Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
Now, we know that this Caucasian has a lot of pride. Did Donald Trump have a lot of pride? Donald Trump got a whole lot of pride. He ain't the only president that had a lot of pride.
Right.
They all had a lot of pride. Donald Trump just expressed his pride openly. You understand? It's so much they made a Proud Boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got pride. And they call themselves the Proud Boys. You understand? They're very proud. They rock the Confederate flags and all of that because these are proud people. Be proud to be an American. Don't they say that?
Right.
Let's keep going.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Hold on a second. We said Mount Seir was the rocks. All you got to do is look it up in your Bible dictionary.
Right.
Mount Seir is the mountains. Mount Seir is them clefts and all of that. That's Mount Seir.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Them cave dwellers, they call it Caucasians now because of the Caucasus Mountains.
Right.
You understand? These are mountain dwellers, living in holes and stuff way up. That's why I like to mountain climb now and climb snow mountains and all of that, and bungee jump off of stuff, and skydive off of things. Because this is what they do. Let's keep going.
Whose habitation is high.
Yeah, they live up high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where do you think the penthouse came from? Where do you think skyscrapers came from? They like that. It makes you feel powerful.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It makes you feel powerful. Go ahead.
That saith in his heart.
In his mind, go ahead.
Who shall bring me down to the ground?
No effing with me. I'm up high. You know what I'm saying? I'm up on a penthouse. Who messing with me? You know what I'm saying? I'm up here. Who's messing with me?
Right.
That's the pride of their heart. You understand? You know they proud. Even when Donald Trump lost, them devils still they stormed the Capitol.
Right.
Who could beat us? You know what I'm saying? They stormed the Capitol. The Capitol. We got 1 million dumb niggas marching to the Capitol. Go ahead.
And nobody got shot.
And nobody got shot. When them devils went there, nobody got shot, and they killed police.
Right.
We run from police.
Right.
And when we run from police, we get shot.
Right.
Used to get beat up. Now you get shot.
Right.
Murdered when you run from the police. We so programmed to say, yo, damn, why did he run? Because you're dealing with a murderer.
Right. Damn right.
You understand? Because you're dealing with a murderer. That's why you got shot. You understand? And they know they're dealing with murders. That's why they got away with murdering police.
Right.
I ain't seen none of them niggas, none of them crackers, none of them oppressors. I ain't seen no trial for the people that beat up them cops.
No.
I ain't seen no trial. They trying to distract us with sending that white boy to jail, David Sheffin, or whatever the hell his name is. They're gonna send him to jail, distract us. Where's the trial for them devils that beat up that cop and killed him?
Right. Oh God.
Where's that trial at?
Right.
I want to see the verdict on that trial. How come that's not on CNN and MSNBC and all? Where's that at?
Right.
BET should be making some noise about that. And Roland Martin and the rest of them blackity black cats, they should be. Where's that trial?
Right.
I want to see that.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we probably won't see it. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Now you said you play yourself like you're an eagle.
Right.
Now we already know that the symbols of these nations are eagles. You understand what I'm saying? They take great pride in the eagle because the eagle it flies up high and it conquers the sky pretty much. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? So they mimic themselves after this eagle. They set themselves high like an eagle. You understand what I'm saying? I think there's a song out there from back when they fly like an eagle.
Right.
Some garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They love eagles. Let your spirit be free and all that garbage. You understand? That's how they look at themselves. Now, if they look at themselves as eagles, what do they look at you as? Prey at the bottom. You little mice on the bottom of the floor on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You the little rabbit. You know what I'm saying? You the thing they're gonna swoop down and just eat. That's what they're gonna do. You understand? Let's keep reading.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Yep.
thence will I bring thee down,
Uh-oh.
saith the Lord.
Now the Lord said he's gonna take them down though.
Yeah, right.
He won't bring them down. Let's keep reading a little more about this bringing them down part. Because we don't read about how they hate us, how they want to destroy us, how they have this perpetual ongoing unlikeness of us. You know, so we don't read that. Right? Now let's see. Since we God's chosen people, let's see what our Father has to say about it. Drop down to verse 8.
Come. Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Out of where?
Out of Edom.
Now, we just read earlier, that's why we went to Genesis 36 and 8, to say Esau is Edom.
Right.
So you see that word Edom, you know who they're talking about.
Come.
You understand? We went over the characteristics of Edom and the mannerisms of Edom. You know Edom is talking about this white man. You know who he is. If we go to Deuteronomy 28, the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, you know they're talking about black and Hispanics in that.
Right.
You can tell by what it's talking about. Us being on slave ships and brought to another country to be sold as slaves. You understand? To our enemy. That only happened to one nation of people. Only one. So you know that's talking about us. The same we read about Esau, we know it's talking about them. You understand? This is true history. True history. Let's read that again, verse 8.
Verse 8. Salaki, the book of Obadiah, verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
You understand? You're going to destroy the wise men out of Edom.
That's right.
All your Bill Gates and whoever, what's the dude that on Amazon, all of them,
Right.
all of them big shots. The Rockefellers, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, all the big heads. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And understanding
Uh-huh.
out of the mouth of Esau.
He's going to destroy all of that, all of the wisdom, so-called fake little understanding the wisdom they think they got. You understand? They think they got. They're going to destroy that. Even the weatherman's going to be destroyed. Ain't going to be no Doppler 5 and all of that,
Right.
predicting the weather and all of that. You understand? They're going to destroy all of that. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman,
Uh-huh.
shall be dismayed.
Shall be dismayed, all confused and messed up and discombobulated. Go ahead.
To the end
Uh-huh.
that everyone,
Everyone?
that everyone,
Just a few.
that everyone,
The majority.
everyone
Everyone. Go ahead.
of the mount
Uh-huh.
of Esau,
Oh, shit. Excuse me. About who?
of the mount of Esau,
Everybody of the Mount of Esau, which we know they came from Mount Seir, out of the caves. We know Esau is Edom. So out of the Mount of Esau, go ahead.
may be cut off,
Oh, very what?
may be cut off
Go ahead, how?
by slaughter.
Oh, one day they're going to be murdered and killed.
Mostly.
You understand what I'm saying? This is history right here.
Right.
You understand? This is history. This is past, the present, and now we're talking about the future.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Verse 10. For thy violence
Uh-huh.
against thy brother Jacob,
Uh-huh.
shame shall cover thee.
Say it again.
For thy
For
violence,
that what?
for thy
For
violence,
that perpetual hatred, for one to slay Jacob. Let's read it again.
for thy violence
Uh-huh.
against thy brother Jacob,
Against who?
against thy brother
The
Jacob,
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Uh-huh.
shame shall cover thee.
Oh, shame gonna cover you now. You understand? One day, shame's gonna cover you. This Bible's a true history book. Like I said, it gives you the past, the present, and the future.
Right.
With your history books, your global studies books, and your social studies books, it only give you one side. This gives you three. You understand? This gives you three sides. You understand what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Forever, not a little while either. Not just for a period of time, not forever.
Forever.
You understand? Forever. Jump down to 15 for me real quick.
Of God. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near
Who?
upon all the heathen.
Yeah. Everybody who's even in cahoots with you, with your violence against us, perpetual hatred against us, all of them, for the Asians killing all the black sisters, for the killing the blacks, I forgot her name, the sister they shot in the head back in the 80s, for a 15-year-old little girl claiming she's stealing, for the sister they choked out in nail salons and beauty parlors and all of that. It's gonna come back upon their head. You understand? All of that. For the Arabs helping out with the enslavement of our people, with the fake Jewish man helping out with our enslavement here in America and the Caribbeans and so on and so on, with them having a hand in all of that, it's going to come upon their head too. You understand? They don't teach you that in history though. They don't teach you none of that in history. You understand? But it's going to come upon their head too. Everything.
Right.
Go ahead.
As thou hast done,
Uh-huh.
it shall be done unto thee.
You hear that? This is we're reading right now. You understand what I'm saying? We're reading it right now. What was done to us is going to be done to them. You understand? And guess what? When that's done to them, guess what? A new history book's going to be written now.
Right.
a new history book. And that's what we're working on the UPK, writing a new history book.
Damn right.
A new one, a better one, a more righteous and glorious one. You understand? That's what we're working on right now, is to rewrite history. That's what we're doing. Keep reading.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Now you're going to get it too. And that's going to be the beginning of a new history book right there. Go to Psalms chapter 40. 140, Shalaki. Psalms chapter 140, and we'll start at verse 1. No sweat. Everybody who's following along, maybe watching, we'll go to Psalms chapter 40. Excuse me, we're going to start at verse 1. You understand? Talk, get a little more history, a little more past, present, and future of this filthy, disgusting oppressor that we're under right now. You understand? Psalms chapter 40, 140.
140, right?
140. And verse 1, please.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 140, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
Now this saying deliver me. This is a prayer that David's writing. He's saying deliver me from the evil man. You understand? Deliver me from this. You know what I'm saying? We know who the evil man is, the one who sheds innocent blood.
Right.
The one who can't keep his word. You understand? The one that has a perpetual hatred. The one who wants to slay you. That's the evil man. The man mannerism. The different nation. Destroy this evil man. Go ahead.
Preserve me from the violent man.
What's the violent man? The one who sheds innocent blood. The one who's a cunning hunter. You understand? The one who you made a deal with, now you're going to kill him because you made that deal. That's a violent man. Keep going.
Which imagine mischiefs in their hearts.
They sit and think of things to destroy us. Sit and think of ways to hate us. Because that's a perpetual hatred that they got for us. We just read in Ezekiel 35:5. They have a perpetual hatred for us.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Continually.
Wait, say it again?
Continually.
Perpetually. Go ahead.
Are they gathered together for war?
And that's all I can think about. The scriptures say that they'll talk, paraphrase, they'll talk soft with their lips, but war is in their heart. You understand? They gather together for war. What the hell you think that Capitol building raid was? You think they gathered together to say kumbaya, my lord? No, they went there and killed police and pissed and shitted all on desks and things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they did in there. Removed the American flag and put their flag up there, brought nooses and things in there. That's what they did. They went there and did that because war is in their heart. They gathered together for war. You understand? Let's keep going.
Sir. Verse 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
Oh yeah, they're gonna call you a nigga, a spick, and a wet back, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna do. They sharpen up their tongues. You understand what I'm saying? And then the nigga spick and wet back ain't that bad though. I prefer that. I don't prefer you saying, I understand you're struggling. I want to fight with you. I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want that because your tongue is like a serpent. I'm gonna put a python around my neck, but I fall asleep. That python's gonna squeeze me to death.
Right.
That boa constrictor, I can put around my neck. If I fall asleep, it's gonna squeeze me to death. That is who this white man is. Read that part again, verse 3.
Verse 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
You understand? Like a serpent. You know, a snake got a real sharp tongue at the end.
Oh,
You understand? Real sharp tongue at the end. That's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with these oppressors, man. When you're dealing with these cave dwellers, these people from Mount Seir, when you're dealing with Edom, when you're dealing with Esau. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're dealing with. Keep going.
Adders, poison.
Say it again.
Adders, poison.
Adder's a snake. You understand what I'm saying? They're full of poison. Go ahead.
It's under their lips.
It's under their lips. That's all. You understand? That's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with these people. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Keep me,
Uh-huh.
O Lord,
Uh-huh.
from the hands of the wicked.
And keep us from the hand. This is what David is asking for. Keep us from the hand of these wicked people. You understand? Keep us from the hands of these wicked people. We should be saying this every day. We should be entreating the Lord with this prayer every day. Did we read the definition of entreating?
Oh, God.
To persuade the Lord.
Oh,
Let's persuade him with this prayer to keep us out of the hands of that wicked. Get our people off the drugs. Stop them from gang banging. Stop them from being whores and pimps and having abortions. Keep them away from these wicked people. Because you see our people doing wicked things, they're influenced by the wicked people.
Right.
You understand? Let's keep going.
Preserve me
from
the violent man.
Yeah, from the what?
From the violent man.
Yeah, we already read about that earlier. You know what I'm saying? The violent man. You know they're violent. They're all about war because they shed innocent blood. They're violent. Go ahead.
Who have proposed to overthrow my going.
And that's all they want to do is overthrow us.
Right.
And destroy us and kill us and murder us. You know why? Because we have the blessing.
Right.
Because we have the blessing. Just like we read earlier in Genesis, how Esau hated Jacob, because we have the blessing. Not because we did anything. Not because we run the earth and we're holding them back. Not because of that. And guess what? They run the earth and holding us back, and we don't even want to kill them.
Right.
Which shows you we're just two different manner of people.
Oh, God.
We treat people differently. The Lord's going to deal with them. But in the meantime, we need to separate from these filthy, disgusting bastards, you know, and realize that they have always been oppressors. This didn't just start.
Right.
It's in their spirit, in their heart, in their minds, and in their characteristics, in their life. They are just oppressors.
Right.
They're wicked. They're violent. They shed innocent blood. They don't keep their word. They have an ongoing, as you just read this verse of this book here, a continual hatred, a perpetual hatred for us. That's it. You understand? That's it. That's what they have for us. Barakatahi Yahweh to command YAHANNA for never dropping his sword.
That's right.
For never dropping his sword. Our Passover was on a black-owned ranch, and it was nothing but black people there. We had a good old black time. You understand what I'm saying? We had a good old time. You understand? We had a good old time. Because we know who the wicked are. Mm-hmm. We know who the violent one is, who the evil one is. We know that already. And we separate from them.
Right.
You understand? And if they dare cross the line, we're going to put them under the dirt. If they cross the line. You know why? Because we don't shed innocent blood. We're two different manner of people. You understand? And let's always remember that. You know what I'm saying? This Bible is a history book, and it's a black man's history. When I say black, I'm talking about all the tribes. You know what I'm saying? All the tribes. So-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans. This Bible is your history book. And guess what? The white man's in it. Learn that history so you can learn who you're dealing with and learn your enemy.
Right.
You understand? With that, a past close of priest and officer, the Quashman. Now you can Yeah, you can just clip everything. We're good to go.